on the dresser. I know you need it. Smoking out the competition. Pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let you heard. We eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band. Young Chris a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Dak going to start out going to the air. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 20. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Second down and a run by Robinson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the 50, it's Smith. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Let's go now. Tight, 19 tight, 19 right.
They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders wait for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Shepard. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Shepard will go in motion right. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Prescott now. Got him in. It's Brown.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing. Prescott.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Prescott to throw it. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Oh, this is blocked. And now Washington has it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40. Past the 20. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, it's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now on 2nd and 13. Smith able to get away. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there, definitely not his best. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott.
Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 24, Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Now Elliott. closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now they send a man in motion right. Pollard going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And they are able to add on to their advantage. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith on the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
18, high here.
Now Gino on 1st down. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Come on.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. It's complete to Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Smith. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Commanders will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Gino's going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down.
Here we go, 47. Kill.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run forward with Pollard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Slot man moves right. First down, Prescott.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that pushes the lead to 8 points. They've doubled them up. It's 16-8. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 2nd and 13, Smith, and he can't escape, and down he goes.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Inside give to Elliott.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
The slot man in motion right. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Gets around him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
47.
Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jake Ferguson.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
On first down, it's Smith. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
On first down, Smith. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on second down. Smith. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, Smith. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Geno now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mike Gesicki from 8 yards out. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen busting through to get him for a loss of 6. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
19 seconds.
Robinson up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. 14 yards through the air, caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
The Smith throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Smith throwing again. Completes it to Samuel. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Here's Smith looking to throw. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Prescott now. A dump off to Elliott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 10th carry now for Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart,
You're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give here to Pollard, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Cowboys.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
On the option, here's Elliott.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Prescott.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. They're going to clock a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sideline?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Smith.
And that's into the hands of Gesicki.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Smith.
Pass complete, Samuel. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now it's Smith.
Out left to Dotson.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This from 55 yards out. Official now. They're going to the playoffs.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the fourth quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points. Defense held them. And lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for Washington,
they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they're playing